I'm back. Yeah, time for some reviews. In 2015, here we go. Ha ha. Hey, hey, hey. Maria, where's my pants?
Welcome back to Little Piece of the music for the females, but it's perfect. Welcome back, my little TCL, Scorpion 72, and today we're going to give you a review of, as I mentioned earlier, it's going to be of Arrow. That's right. Stephen Amell, cast as the vigilante known as Arrow, or in the comic books Green Arrow. They updated his figure. I thought it was going to be more of a better update than what we got. Basically, I'm going to just show you a comparison of that later. But right off the bat, it's just a lot more highlights on paint apps here on his arm. Let's take off his bow right here. So yeah, so basically it's a lot more highlights, paint on his arms, his uniform, and that's pretty much about it. And of course he's now sporting a new head with the mask on, as you can see right there. He has a new head with the mask that was given to him as a gift from Barry Allen in the TV show when he made his appearance on Arrow. So the articulation is pretty much the same if you have this figure, which the first figure in Oliver Queen here in the costume came in a 2-pack with the Deathstroke, the character that played Deathstroke on the island, which his name escapes me. His name always escapes me. I don't even know if it's like Bob or whoever it is. Anyways, that's the first time they had him in the costume. The second time around, for those who missed that, which that 2-pack now is kind of pricey on the secondary market, they redid this costume. So his head is on a ball joint. Goes up and down, left, right. He has articulation in the shoulders. Try not to go too hard here because I think he's one of the last figures to be using the different type of plastics there, since as I mentioned in many of my other videos that DC has upgraded their plastics. He has a waist swivel, arm swivel, as well as a single bend in the arm right there. Articulation in the wrist and swivel in the wrist as well. He also has leg motion. You can pretty much almost do the splits. This little extra pouch here of arrows kind of hinders his right leg. He has single joint in the knee with a swivel. He has upper boot articulation, as well as ankle articulation and ankle rocker, which is like the new pivot type thing that they're doing here, kind of a la, I should say, Marvel Legends. So his accessories include, of course, a bow, which is an updated bow from the last one he got, more constrict, compact bow. It's too bad it didn't make it that it can fold in and fold out like in the show. That would have been really, really cool. He does come with arrows, as he should. He comes with 2 regular loose arrows here, and he comes with a batch of them that a little bit more tight in the back this time around. Comes with a batch of them all together here, so to give you the illusion that he has a ton of arrows in the back, but technically you can only really display 2 of them, or 1 at a time if you want. Or you can have one sticking on one of the bad guys or vehicle, and the other one is just he has the arch. His arch is pretty much the same for when he wants to take when you take aim at any of the bad guys. So basically you just put this bow in like this. I'm trying to be careful here because I don't want to break the bow. It's a little bit harder this time. There you go. I didn't have to yell, "Go commercial, go commercial." Okay, to put his hood back over his head, I just kind of had it bent like that for display purposes. So he is going to come like this, and then you can easily just have him. See, the arm's really stiff on mine. So there you go. You can have him pretty much aiming, taking aim. Of course, you will have to move his head and get that pose that you wish to, you desire for arrow. And there you go. You have him just like that. As I mentioned, there's just a little bit of highlights and stuff here in the paint apps. Nothing too extravagant. I thought they would have updated his uniform, give it that more like Kevlar look, but I guess the design came in a little bit late for them to do that. All they could really do was give him a new head, because here's the other figure, and as you can see, there's not much of a difference in the two figures, except for a little bit of highlights in this one and the other one here on the sides, especially by his gauntlets. Here you have them like green and silver, but really emphasis on that with the paintwork. Same thing there. It's really pretty much the same figure. The only difference is, instead of having like a painted mask, you actually have an actual mask, and you have a different bow, and that's pretty much the difference there. So for those of you who don't mind skipping the 2-pack and you don't have to run or really get it, I do recommend this figure here on the left there, the updated arrow with the new mask. He is available at comic book shops and specialty stores. I know I'm telling that now, I'm going to say it in the end, because what I want to do is show you a little comparison of all the other arrow figures. One is from DC Collectibles that they did way back in that 2-pack, and the other one is from DC Universe, of course. Alright, so here you have some traditional Green Arrow costumes that he's worn in the comic book. Of course, this being the Silver Age Green Arrow. When he actually had his partner Speedy with him, and he drove like he had an arrow car and an arrow plane and all that kind of stuff. So this is how he looked like. DC Collectibles did one of him like this. There is another version of him like this that came in the 2-pack with actual Speedy. This one was from when they were doing the their own type version of DC Universe line. Which only I think had up to 4 waves, so it didn't really take off the way they thought it would. Of course, then you have the Mattel's Green Arrow here, done in the superpower style, and of course comic book style and cartoon style. And then you have here Longbow Green Arrow, which is based off the comics after Brightest Night. Sorry, Brightest Day. It's off of Blackest Night, but Brightest Day. You can see here he has like no arrows that come out from the quiver that you can fit in there. DC is doing another. As you know, the DC Icons line will be having an updated version of Arrow, which I will be getting. So I'll probably be showing just a comparison between like the TV Arrow and the Green Arrow from DC Universe once they do arrive. I think it's coming out this October. I can't remember if he's in the first wave. I think he's the first wave or the second wave, so it's October or December. So it should be that line I'm really looking forward to. Alright, so there you have it. Now no, there's not much to really say about the figure. He's pretty much the same as the other Green Arrow, the Arrow figure that came in the 2-pack. As well, he's pretty much slightly the same as the one with him from with the totem. Of course, the only difference is that he doesn't have his shirt on, and the articulation is basically the same. As I said, this new one, you get his new bow that he's been using on the show, as well as he in the updated version of his actual wearing a mask instead of a face paint on his face. Like I said earlier, it should still be available online retailers, comic book shops. You've been collecting this series. I do recommend picking them up. Of course, you have Felicity and Diggle coming down the line, I think in October also. So this line of Arrow figures from the TV show is growing, as well as some of the figures from the Flash TV show will be growing. So I'm sure DC Collectibles will have a lot more to show us at San Diego Comic-Con. I think I mentioned it earlier, I think the Green Arrow from before is from DC Direct, not DC Collectibles. I hope they don't change the name again, because going back and forth is like, just it gets a little confusing sometimes, only when you're doing reviews too, or when you have to do reviews. Alright, so like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, keep playing, and more to come. Take care.